Okay, so we're live again. Here's Alex and Joe talking about AI for the underdog. And as you all know, most of us are the underdog. If we're not Fortune 500 companies, at the top of Google, at the top of Bing, Microsoft, at the top of Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, we are the underdog. So we're going to be teaching you how to use AI properly, how to beat those people at the top, right? We need to beat them. I've been doing several videos this week. You saw I was using simple prompts and what you can get out of ChatGPT or Poe or and how I use it with Content at Scale to create a blog post. You guys seen we've been putting those up throughout the week, and we're going to continue to do that. Alex might pop in it from time to time and do some of his own stuff, but it's 2024. And I got one announcement. Let me just share my screen real quick, Alex. I want to show
Go for it.
Entire screen. It's this screen. Share. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Let me just do it this way. And let me show you what I've got. So I'm going to be putting this on all of our, on like our Facebook posts and stuff. So you can see, start 2024 right, like writing, right? 71% off. Incredible AI education at Content Hacker Live in Austin, Texas, March 12th and 13th. Let me tell you, after 6 p.m. tonight, it goes up to like $795 or even over $1,000. There's going to be a lot of speakers at this. Alex and I are some of the speakers talking about AI. But yeah, there you go. Shout out. There you go, bro. I wanted to show you this because if you snooze, you lose. It goes up over $1,000. Right now, it's like $297 for both days. There's free food, and we're ordering food from one of the best restaurants in Austin, Texas, that you're going to get to eat on the first night. We're catering lunch on the second day. There's speakers like Elena Cardone. A lot of you know her husband, Grant Cardone, right? The billionaires. And there's all these really great speakers for AI and how to build your company. So for $297, it is so worth it. I just wanted to throw this out there. I'll put it in there, and you can, at that point, you can just click on that and go there and do it. But you only have until 6 p.m. Central Time. That's like Central Time is like Texas and, places like that, Central. So anyway, that means you got like 6 more hours?
Pretty much, yeah.
6 more hours, right?
Pretty
6
much.
more hours, and it goes up to over $1,000. Okay. I just wanted to throw that out there. And so anyway, welcome. Dang. So,
Welcome.
and they're right. My crew is writing a script for me. So as you all know, that if I'm going to be talking for an hour, I can talk about just being born for an hour, right? I was born. It was a heavy birth. My mom said I was the ugliest kid she's ever seen. This is all true, by the way, Alex. When I was born, my mom said she had to hide me because I was so ugly, and she had to shake my head, right? And so, like, people would come, she'd have me under a cover, and it's kind of sad that I never recovered from that quite fully.
I agree.
So, anyway, all right, so let's get into it now. Let's talk about some AI stuff. Alex, you saw some of the videos I was doing. I was showing simple prompts. Why don't you take over and let's try to show, let's go into ChatGPT and let's show them what we can do with a bot, right? Like you were doing, but let's go step by step, right?
Okay.
So they understand everything. And so, because I was showing some easier things for like anybody can do. But as you get more advanced and you start using bots like Alex has built, you're able to do a lot more. And I want Alex to kind of show you the difference in what I did the last few days and what we can do with these bots. And of course, he's got bots to share with all of you, that some of the simpler ones that he's done. And it just shows you basically all a bot is. It's a back end prompt, right? You're prompting ChatGPT or Poe or something like that with a bot that has a lot of information, and so it helps it write exactly how you want it to write. In a nutshell, is that what it is?
Yeah, basically, it's the new version of what an app used to be. It's a singular, like, focus based off each individual bot. Like one's good for writing, one's good for social media, one's good for planning and strategy, etc. So yeah.
So you did a bot for me, Alex, that I thought was like very impressive. And what it does is it reads your whole website, and it's a what is that called? A chat.
Yeah, it's basically a chat, and the chat it's built entirely based off your website and the stuff on your website. But at the same time, you could feed it knowledge like providing PDFs and things like that.
Yeah. So what's really cool, if you have a very extensive website and it reads that website, now you have a chat bot. You've all seen it. It's, AI chat, right? It kind of asks a question and you answer it, and then it knows the next question. Because his bot reads your whole website, it's going to know answers from your website. So it's going to pull from the website. If you have a very extensive FAQ area, then it really, hey, Julia's in here. Say something. Hey, Julia.
Hey, Julia.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi, Julia. Julia is a president of Content at Scale. You guys saw the video I did the other day, where I used a prompt. I went into ChatGPT. I copied that. I put it into Content at Scale, and it created this whole blog post. What I did is I gave it to my team, Julia, and they wrote the blog post for me. And it was really that simple, right? Content at Scale is such a powerful deal. And Julia, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I was showing everybody. Let me do it one more time. Julia did this. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be sharing this, but I did. And I just want to share it one more time. Let me go to share. Let me go to it. I wrote this, Julia. I hope that this is okay. You have that 71% off. It ends at 6 p.m. tonight. I'm sending this to all my people, man. Get out there, get this ticket, because it's going up to over $1,000 real soon. This is like $297. You get food. You get to meet high rollers like Elena Cardone and Matt Wolf and all these really ingenious AI people, Alex, right? Me, Julia. And so it's going to be this is the best deal going right now, but it ends at 6 o'clock and you're all going to get the link for this. Okay. So anyway, I was showing that to them. So hopefully, Julia, I didn't misstep. And this was only meant for a certain few people, but anyway, reach out to you to get a live stream with us as soon. Oh, right. So she's going to live stream with me to talk about what I'm going to be talking about in March. And Alex, you're on stage also. Listen, I can't believe the amount of people that I talk to on a daily basis that don't get AI. Like, a lot of you know that I'm a pretty strong Christian, and a lot of my Christian friends say I'm working with the devil, right? It's the devil. We're not creating mean robots at Content at Scale, or the AI that we're talking about is how it helps you with your writing. Look, my company was stagnant. It was stuck at like $20,000 a month, Alex, because all we were doing was Google Ads, Facebook, and YouTube, things like that, Instagram. We weren't doing any blog writing. We weren't doing any new, like a lot of content, things like that. Now, because of AI, we have the Ultimate 16, and I'm bringing in a new client every week at $4,200 for the Ultimate 16 package. And it's like, it's unbelievable. I couldn't do it without AI. And I'm almost blown away.
I think a lot of people are missing out on that opportunity.
You know what? And it's good for us, right? Like, yeah, look, absolutely. Man, we hope that's why we have this podcast. We have it to teach you how easy AI really is. And with the tools out there and the software like ChatGPT and Poe and Content at Scale and Jasper and all these different platforms that we have to go to, it's unbelievable what you can do with it. Like, if you saw my last video where all I did was put a simple prompt in, Alex, and it wrote this whole blog post for me. Not really a whole blog post, but it gave the whole outline.
Like the framework.
I copied that, put that into Content at Scale, and it wrote me like a 2,500 word blog post at a 78 score right out of the bat, because I had a lot of content that I got from there. So then my team took over. And by the way, Julie, if you're still watching this, if you're still watching us, I had a big meeting with my team last night, the whole team. I had all of my team members in there, and we're talking about where I'll be on stage, and we're going to start working on my PowerPoint, because as you know, Julia, as you know, Alex, I can talk about how long it took them to cut the umbilical cord. I can't even say the word
Wow.
right, dude. And that could be an hour, right? So I got to have a script because I can go on and on and on. But we're going to be creating a blog post, folks, live for somebody in the audience. I'm going to be talking about that when Julia interviews me, but we got a plan that we're going to do something. We don't even know who the company is until we pull it out of a hat, and we're going to try to do that. We're going to do that live, and you're going to see actual work from somebody's company that we don't even know. So it's not like this is planned or anything. It's going to be live. We're going to show you how good of a product Content at Scale is. Like, we're going to show you live right there. We're going to have my employees on a Zoom meeting on 12 screens, right? You're going to see them working live, doing this right in front of you. So it's going to be really, really exciting. All right. So Alex, why don't you go in and explain bots a little more, right? I was explaining about how to use simple prompts, but let's show them what we can do with that now.
So do you want to write an article, or?
You know what we could do? We can go grab what I asked Content at Scale, right? And did what?
Well, the bots. The beautiful thing about bots is that they could be programmed to do essentially anything.
Let's do that.
Let's stay on topic of the Content at Scale, because I did make a Content at Scale bot to help me create the outlines and all that stuff on the back end before uploading into Content at Scale. So
perfect. Let's do it. I'm excited, man. I love AI.
Let's see. Is it this one?
Yeah.
How do I?
I'm already married, Alex, so I can't marry AI. But if I wasn't married, I'd marry AI. We'd go on a honeymoon together. We'd write like love letters and poems and stuff together in our new adventure. But my wife said I can't because
I just realized what I was doing wrong, because I was trying to show my screen, but I'm not presenting. So hold on real quick. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to
use the big screen, so we're just looking at the screen so they can just hear us, because it's easier to see everything. Because I notice when we're on the screen at the same time, it's too small.
Yeah.
But yours looks pretty good. Oh, there you go. You took the big one. There you go.
All right, so this is the bot, the GPT that I built, that essentially works kind of on the same framework, but it's basically to help give you the outline prior to getting to uploading it, right? So similar to what you said, where you created this document, you downloaded it, and then you put it into a PDF, and then you uploaded it. So you already gave it context, right? You filled it with like a knowledge context. So here, the way that I created this is essentially all you have to do is put, let's write an article. Essentially, because that's what Content at Scale does. They write really good articles, and then it walks you through kind of the steps. All right, so we'll do this in real time instead of me asking it to generate everything. Let's pick a topic. What do you want to talk about?
How about let's talk about solar installation, solar company installation.
Solar installations for residential homes, right? So the keyword focus is, let's say, let's do can you come up with all the relative ones yourself? Because I put it like this, because most people, let's do some solar home installations where what state? Let's say Texas.
No, let's do Montana.
Okay, so then we're gonna say the keyword focus. Come up with the relative ones yourself.
Yes.
Because most people don't know, what keywords to focus on, so that's fine. Our target audience. Let's say that we'll just say homeowners with big houses, because again, this is for people who just, you don't know what to put, right? You need an article, big houses, and
how about homeowners that want to save on their electric bill, plus they want to save the planet. They want to save on their electric bill and save the planet. Because the footprint of using solar is way better than the footprint of using actual electricity and what it does.
Planet.
Let's save the planet.
So purpose and tone. So this is an important factor that a lot of people kind of forget, right? Because they're not really thinking in the sense of, okay, what should the tone be? What should the purpose be, right? So the purpose would be to for, let's say, for them to want to purchase.
Hey, I'm going to get this real quick out here, Alex, because it's somebody that
Yeah.
wants to buy that ticket for the conference. I just need to talk to him real quick.
Okay. You want to mute yourself?
Hey.
Or I think I can mute you. Hold on, just in case, because I don't know what he's going to talk about. All right. Purpose and tone for them to want to purchase solar panels within the next 6 months. Right. Then we'll say any specific points, sections. Let's do 8 sections and focus on the pain points the homeowner might have and how the solar panel solution is the best investment they can make for their home value. Right. So then we'll go from there and say, what else do we got? Any other questions? And that's it. So we just hit enter. So now you don't have to answer it like this, but it just kind of helps if you want to. Another good way to do it. Hold on, Joe, you're still on the phone?
No, I'm off.
Okay.
He bought a ticket. He bought a ticket to the conference.
Yeah, because I muted you for a second just to make sure, because I didn't know if you're going to talk about something else.
No, I went outside.
So what I did, like, you don't have to outline it like this where you have, the topic would be the keyword focus. But if you think about it, it just makes sure that you kind of hit all 5 points that it's asking about.
Yes.
You could get a lot more in depth. You get a lot more detailed. Any
Let me
details
say
you
something.
provide.
So basically, what all you're doing is, because your bot put that scroll up. No, the other way. Yeah. So your bot did all this, right? Topic specification and keyword focus. All you're doing is writing. All you're doing is replying to those things that are on there from your bot. That's all you're doing.
Correct. Yeah.
So you're having a conversation right now with ChatGPT. Is all you're doing.
It's all I'm doing, right? And then so it says, given your instructions, here's an outline for the article titled Solar Installations for Residential Homes in Montana, with a focus on the benefits of solar panels for homeowners looking to save on their electric bill and contribute to environmental conservation. Right. So now this gives you the article outline, right? The introductions, the energy costs, understanding solar. I asked it specifically for 8 sections, by the way. So it gave me the financial benefits, increasing home value with solar installations, overcoming homeowner concerns, customizing your solar solution, environmental impact, getting started with solar in Montana. So that's going to start to lead into that CTA aspect. So this is your outline, and the outline is super important. Conclusion, reiterate the long-term benefits. So it addresses the pain points and obviously the solution of getting solar for value. Then it's programmed to outline your primary keyword, your contextual keywords, right? So our primary is solar installations for residential homes in Montana. So that's, we consider long tail. Then you have solar energy benefits, Montana solar incentives, reduce electricity bills, home solar panels, increase home value, solar panel installation, sustainable home improvements, residential solar solutions. So these contextual words are meant to help Google understand that all these different words placed into the article is what makes it easier to, let's say, do interlinking, right? Or to do backlinking, things like that.
So you have internal and external links to state-specific incentives, which is really good. Like when I did mine, I told it to give us the source, right? Where did it get its information from, which is also really important. Where did the source come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this it's not well, this is not gonna, remember, I mean, I know your team knows this as well, that research aspect, that backend aspect, you're still gonna have to do the research. So the links in itself, that's what your SEO would do. That's what your AIO writer would do, would fill in the blanks when they actually upload it. So ChatGPT is not going to pull in the links for you, but the instructions are here so that if you wanted to say, okay, here are the links, I need you to place them on the proper anchor text. Like it's programmed to do that if you provide that information.
That's awesome. Awesome.
So you don't have to fact check. Like, it's not about fact checking when it comes down to this outline or this article. It's about the AIO writer going and saying, okay, I'm going to get this reputable source and embed it. Yeah. So but
you
this
know
does
what? Like, I had a meeting last night, Alex, with my whole team, right? And we just hired like 4 new writers, and because we're training a lot of writers right now, and it's interesting because I'm not involved in it at all anymore, right? Like, I don't even hardly have to even manage my company because my team manages themselves, right? Like, I have a vice president in the Philippines that manages it. But what's cool is when I was talking to Jonah, she said that the whole team right now is going through the craft training that Julia put together, which is like what you're talking about. It reminded me of that, right? Like fact checking, all that stuff's really important. You're right. Like, because you can't just throw stuff on the internet if it's not true. I mean, you can,
exactly.
but you're not going to get rewarded by Google for it.
True. I mean, it just has to be well written and provide value, right? So let's say we have this and say, since the bot's already created, let's say I like the outline, right? I like the outline. What's the next step? Right? You could do it like that. And then it should give you, the next step would be to start writing the article section by section based on the 8 sections, right? Integrating SEO keywords and addressing the homeowner's concerns and benefits of solar installation. I'm going to begin with the introduction, the first section. Once that's complete, you can review it. If they meet your expectations, I'll continue with the remaining sections. Here we go. So here's section 1, right? And then it's going to get to the bottom. It tells you, okay, this is the introduction. It's going to tell you kind of the purpose of what it wrote. So enticing the reader with the promise of comprehensive guide, direction, benefits, stuff like that. It's informative, persuasive, appealing directly to homeowners looking to make savvy investments on their property and environment. Once you review it, so it's going to give you instructions. Once you approve these sections, I'll proceed with the rest of the article, maintaining focus on financial, practical, and environmental aspects. And I'll say, okay, cool, next section.
You know what I would do? You know what I would add to this? Like I was doing those prompts and I told it to do an introduction, like a storytelling introduction, like it's a story. And it ChatGPT came up with these stories from like Mrs. Smith or the Joneses or whatever. And it was really good, man. When I told ChatGPT to do an introduction, like a story, because who doesn't love a story, right? Everybody loves stories. So, true. I mean, you can even throw that in there as an introduction.
No, absolutely. But that's also where that human intervention comes in, right? That 50-50 finesse, that human touch, right? So understanding this, and the thing is that this could get so much better if the information that I provided beforehand was a lot more detailed.
That's right. So what you're saying, the more you put into your bot in the beginning, the better everything's going to turn out. And that's true. Like your bots sometimes are 2 or 3 pages. So there's a lot of really good information. So it already knows all this stuff that it needs to do for you, right?
Exactly. And the thing is that just because it gives me this section right here, right? Let's say I don't like it. Let's say that it's good or bad, whatever, or there's something I want changed. So typically what I would say is like, just save it, right? Just copy it right here, just little copy button. Go into like a notepad that you have somewhere, just save it. Let me just pop that out.
I love it. I love this, right? Like this is really in depth and I know this is probably difficult to understand, but luckily this is a recording. You can go over and over it, right? And if there's anything, if you're on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, put a comment in there. Tell us if you need something from us, and we'll get that to you. All you got to do is ask us for something, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah. So another
Bogart, are we, Alex?
No, not at all. So here, like, let's say I saved it, right? So I added it here just so I could keep that section. I would always just regenerate. And the reason why regenerating is very powerful is because you're essentially saying you're regenerating because it's not good enough. And then the AI kind of tweaks itself a little bit more.
Yep.
And then it kind of gives you a better rewrite.
It's sort of like when you're in Poe, it has a button at the bottom, tell me more.
Exactly.
Right? Like that, yes.
Yeah, because I mean, you could definitely keep on going and saying, okay, well, change this or write this or add bullet points. You could do all those things.
Yeah.
But I find that the rewrite itself usually always comes out a little bit better.
Yeah.
Explains everything, tells you the benefits of it. The remaining sections will address common concerns, broader environment, etc., etc. Let's say I'll keep it. And all you
No, you know
literally
what?
know.
Write this. Can you write, if you write this even better with more details, I will give you a reward, a huge tip.
Okay. With more
Try that.
details, but the thing is that you're right. It will give me more details, but more details of what? Like if we're gonna write this for our company, right? Then the details of the company would be the most beneficial, like any numbers they have, any information they have, any
Yeah. Okay.
links
So
they
you
might have.
need that beforehand.
Yeah, beforehand. Because like right now, yeah, it'll give us what you're saying. But example, like I could program that in the back end as well. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be.
I got an idea. So all right. So when our AIO writers start writing the blog posts and content at scale, let's say we grab all this, we put it in there, we turn this into a PDF so we can put it into content at scale or a doc or whatever,
exactly.
right?
That's the goal.
So once they start writing, we've already interviewed our clients, so we know those things, right? So we know if we get a blog, something like this, we're going to talk to Justice, and we're going to say, what are those numbers, Justice? And so we're going to be able to write those in because we interview our clients quite extensively because we need to know their personal journey also, right? Because you can't put a personal touch in unless you know what that personal touch is. And we use those, and we use Google Docs. They'll write in all their personal stuff when we have access to that, all my managers, right? So it's this is unbelievable because I don't think I wrote a single sentence for like 60 years until like AI came out, and then I started writing.
So keep in mind this section right here. So this is section 4, right? And notice it's programmed to give me a decent amount. So let's say I do section 4, do Control A just to kind of look at how many words. So I have 300 words here, and then I have 8 sections, right? So each section is essentially building out how long your article is going to be. And since it's section by section, you could tweak as you're going. You do not have to say, okay, give me a crazy long article. And it always kind of updates you prior to the next section, right? So then you could say, oh, I like where your direction is, but can you add XYZ, right?
That's right.
And the beautiful part about it is since it's already all outlined and it's already all programmed, all you really have to do is if you give enough information up here in the very beginning, right? And notice how it says, is there any specific sections or points you want to ensure you are covered in the article, right? So just give it as much information as you want and you'll get the best possible result. I think I programmed it to give me 50 sections. So I could get an extremely long article if I want. But the beautiful part is notice all I'm doing is writing next section. And that's all I've been writing, Joe, every single time. Look, next step or next section. I just missed
because it already knows you already did the work at the top, and your bot already knows there's going to be more sections. You know what I think we should do next week is build a simple bot, like not have it done already, but put the words in. Let them see you. Let people see how we build bots, like a simple bot from ground up. You think we can do that in an hour?
Yeah, maybe.
We can.
It's simple, but it's not simple at the same time. Because example, like if you could hide code, you could do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like for example, like this is another bot that I created. So this is Visiocraft, right? All you have to do is hit quick start, and then it'll write you stuff. So example, the brand you'd like to feature, the type of product you're focusing on, any specific theme or features. And if you want to add a slogan in your image, and what it'll do is, so let's say, and you see how it says, for example, you could say, generate an image for sky-high drones featuring a high-tech drone flying over the cityscape, right? Can you make the example? And the goal is for this one, is to create essentially ads, images for ads with text on it. It has Python code in the background, which it's extra. Like it already knows how to make stuff, right? But the Python code or the objective of the Python code is so that it can make the text actually look good on the first round. right?
Well, let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's see how well it did.
Oh, so it drew the picture. It
It-
drew the picture and the headline, right?
let's see. So
Isn't that there's a drone flying around in the skyline, just like you said.
this
And
is
then
exactly what I wanted, yeah. And then it says next for the next step, if you want to add the slogan to the image, you could use Python script.
do it.
Can you create the slogan as well?
Got it. So you created a bot that draws the image and the headlines and the slogans, all that kind of stuff, right?
Correct. Go for it.
Go
So it's
for
essentially
it.
it's basically saying like, you know, this is what would fit and stuff like that. So let's see if
First, make
no.
sure you have Python installed on your computer. Oh, you got to have Python on your computer? So it's giving
Well,
you the
Python,
code?
well, it's not working because it's not working.
This
Let's
is
see.
awesome live, man.
That's the thing. There's a trial and error aspect to everything. So right now,
That's
this is the slogan, right? And then we'll say, okay, generate the final image.
Can we not do this without Python and just give us the headline
Python,
and picture?
yeah, but the thing is that for it to generate text on the actual image itself, it needs the Python code. That's the tricky part. Like you could go into ChatGPT and say, you know, make so here's the final image, right? And remember, it's supposed to get your perspective, I guess. I don't know, but the goal is to get it as close as possible, similar to the AI for the Underdog logo that we made.
Yeah, and
right?
then I sent it to my graphic
Exactly.
artist, and he made it better. You're right. Like the writing is wrong, but we can fix that.
Exactly. That's a quick fix in a lot of programs.
I love the drone flying over, right? And that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So without this, so it's supposed to say elevate your perspective, right? Elevate. It missed the U here, but that's what it got elevate perfect because it's one word, right? So like,
yeah,
if you want the words to be perfect, because that's one of the hardest things in AI, right? Is to get words and branding and stuff like that perfect. Like we're not there yet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But with this Python script and instructing it to have the script, it could create the image for you and get you literally 90% of the way there. Just like we say about writing, just like we say about, you know, there's going to be a human finesse that's going to be needed, but I got us halfway there.
So let me ask, so you know Python coding then?
Well, I wouldn't say I know it, but I know how to learn about it and figure out what aspects of it I need.
That's right. You just go to YouTube.
That's the beautiful part about being an underdog, right? Like I don't have to go 4 years to college to learn Python coding when all I need to know is how to do a specific thing in Python to give me a specific result.
And then it gives you, like, you could probably ask ChatGPT to give you the code, the Python code.
Well, I have the code. It's written in the instructions.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying if somebody didn't have the code, they could probably ask a question in ChatGPT to get that code written for them.
Correct, 100%.
Yeah, so so you can. So how would you ask it to write code? What would you do? Like open a new tab. Let's just show them.
See, here's another version.
Yeah, that's German right there. So
open another one for
and I just want you to tell it to write Python code for drawing pictures.
Well, see it. Okay, we'll try it. Can you write Python code to draw pictures? Certainly.
Let's see
but see, the thing is that you would have to upload this into your computer or a Python network so that you could actually get it to work. Like it wouldn't work in here.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if it can do it, but it looks like it's doing it.
No, it's definitely doing it.
So that's kind of cool. It's endless. If you can think about it, ask it, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Now, it's not going to give you a a candy bar or anything like that, right? Say, give me a candy bar, a 3D candy bar that I can actually eat. Let's see what it does when you ask it that. Can you draw me a 3D
Well, it said
candy
it
bar?
asked me, would you like me to execute a similar script to demonstrate how it works? So let's see
Yes.
if it does that.
Is that amazing? So it's doing it. Let's see it. This is pretty cool. All ChatGPT, you can play with this stuff. Download the created image. What created image? You're going to download it. We're going to see what it is.
Let's see. Downloads. That's what it gave me.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that looks like we're about to get invaded by somebody. A couple of people, right?
It's a weird looking thing, but
Alex, that's
so
why
cool.
I'm pro. That's why I'm pro guns. So when we get invaded, and I just watched Red Dawn again for like the 10th time. That stuff can happen. So when you want to take all of our guns away, watch Red Dawn. The people that got killed or kidnapped are the ones without guns. The ones with guns took over. Has nothing to do with AI, except yeah.
So I even created one. This is one of my favorite ones, but this is for Google My Business, right? If you're starting your Google My Business,
yeah, like Google Business Profile, you guys might know it as Google Business Profile. They changed their name once again to Google Business.
Yeah.
Well, it's Google Business Profile now, but My Business was way easier to say.
100%.
So you're saying you got a bot that does what for Google Business Profile? What does it do?
It does. Not only does it writes all the content for you in the sense that it could write your profile, it could write your services, it could write your products, it could implement the UTM parameters for tracking through your Google Analytics. It could write posts for you. It's like a mini assistant in your pocket specifically for Google My Business.
You know what we need to do, Alex? We need to have my my Google Business Profile person in and try your bot to see what the difference is in what he's doing already and what this could do, right? How much time would this save him? And is it the same quality? Those kind of things, right?
So one way that I use the bot, and this is just kind of like a usage hack, right? So now that I've opened this chat in my computer on my screen, right? What I like to do is I'll go into my ChatGPT and my phone, right?
Okay.
Let's put that on here, right? So then let me bring us back for a second. So so now I'll open the same chat that's right here, right? And instead of having to write all my stuff, I'll basically just hit the little talk button, like that's next to the headphones. There's a little talk button here.
Yes.
It should go blue. Then I'll say something like, I'm a new business owner. I am selling solar panels in Montana, and I need to Google My Business Profile. I need the description. I need to know what I need to create something great. You can make up my address. Can you please create at least 3 services that I offer? You can make that up too, as well as products that I offer. My website is solarmontana.com, and can you also give me the tracking links to that profile? Just make it all up and generate everything that you need, like a final input. And notice it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not, like I didn't speak like, oh, I need this and I need this. It's just it is what it is. So now that it's generating, I don't know if it's going to show up there on the screen itself, but we'll see. Okay, so now it's starting to write. So let me just, when it finishes writing, I'll refresh the I'll refresh the page. So
let's see if that showed up from speaking it.
Exactly. Well, it did show up, but I need to let it finish before I actually refresh this so that we can actually see it. Yeah.
So it's still going.
It's still going. Yeah, it's almost done though.
Should we take a pee break or eat some popcorn or what should we do in the meantime?
No, it's finished. Hold on.
Oh my God, that was quick. Gosh.
All right. So now
the G word.
So now I have, GMB for a solar panel business.
There's what you asked it. That's you talking.
No,
right?
this is me
Where's
talking
you?
here.
Right there. There's you right there. That's what I
Yeah.
meant up there. There's you, what you just said.
Yeah.
Now it's creating an effective Google My Business profile. There we go. Description.
Mhm.
Welcome.
Here's your welcome to Solar Montana, Montana's premier solar solutions. We specialize in high quality, eco-friendly, right? 3 services: residential, commercial, solar maintenance and repair. Then you have your products: standard solar panels, inverters, and batteries. Here's my website that I made up. The tracking links for my service, product, and general contact. So I have everything. So you
Oh
have
wow! So
the
it even made you. So basically, it made it up. So if you had a website and you told them the website, and you would say on these pages, it would send it to those pages. It would
correct,
add the right pages that you would have on your actual website.
correct, 100%. So
You
then
just told
from
them to make it
here,
up. Got it.
let's say, okay, well, can you write out the service, the services? Can you write out the services and include the proper link? Right. So remember, like when you're doing GMB or Google Business Profile, the services could have a lot more information or context, right? So
Yes.
basically, what I'm asking is kind of in a rough way is give me the description for each, which it's doing, and then here's the link that you would add, right? And then this link would have the UTM parameters as well,
Yes. Explain
right?
UTM parameters because some of these people may not know what that means.
So the UTM parameters are basically it's a link that it doesn't help your SEO, it doesn't affect your SEO,
Yeah,
anything like that. It's
absolutely.
for it's tracking and attribution. So part
Yes.
of the part of the problem with the internet right now when people are doing marketing, nobody knows how to attribute what channel is the most effective. Like what channel's actually getting traffic? Is it your
That's right.
Instagram? Is it
Right.
your LinkedIn? Exactly. So having your UTM parameters on here. So for example, these right here, notice what it says. It says the source is Google My Business listing. The
Yep.
medium is organic. So meaning that the person got to the profile organically. And then the campaign is your service inquiry because realistically you want to know is somebody clicking service inquiry more, product inquiry more, or general contact more?
That's
And then
right.
that way you could tailor the message or your like where you want them to land
Yeah.
because this doesn't have to go to a contact page. This could go to a lead form that helps
That's right.
validate and qualify
Yeah.
the lead, right?
Yeah, so
So
basically, we've all seen these UTMs when you go to a site and there's like the name, and then there's like all these numbers and stuff, and you see all this stuff. It could be a bunch of different things, but that exactly what Alex was just talking about. That's how we track, because without tracking, we don't get paid from our clients. We can't prove that we even did anything for them. We got to be able to track what we're doing. Right. There's got to be an
100%.
event that happens, and that event could be they filled out a form, and once they fill out a form and hit submit, it goes to a thank you page, and that's an event. That's a conversion, basically, something like that. And it can be
And
a
base
number of things.
100%. So this right here where it says non the products, it did the same thing, right? Notice it's not inflated with a bunch of like bad text or anything like that. And it also
Yep.
gave me the link. Notice how the link is, it's optimized. It has a good anchor text, solar inverters, solar batteries, right?
Yep.
I mean, if you want to take it a bit further, you could definitely do something else. So now I could say, that's great. Can you create, let's say my first 4 posts?
Look at that. Look what he just did, folks. He's doing 4. Absolutely. Here you go.
So now here's your introduction post, right? Your trusted partner in sustainable energy, right? Feature product, high efficiency standard solar panels, solar energy business, looking to green your business and cut down on electricity costs. Our commercial solar solutions are just what you need, tailored to your business needs. Our solar installations are an investment in a sustainable future. Inquire now, right? So talking about their maintenance options as well, right? Because they offer
Yep.
maintenance. So I'm like,
So now
okay,
you're going to add photos. You're going to do all the stuff that you
yeah.
do to back this up to make it even more enjoyable for the potential client or the person looking at your Google Business Profile, right?
Correct. So then I'll do something like, can you make an image for post 1? Because I already know post 1 already has a subject matter. Welcome to Solar Montana.
So the reason it's creating an image is you created this bot to create images.
This bot also does create images, yes.
Got it. So you
So
put
it does both. So now that I created the post, right, my first post, all I have to do is basically reference it and say make a post. Now I have Solar
Solar
Montana.
Montana. That's not bad, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love it. So then I
I
could
mean,
do something like
that's like pretty good. Solar Montana, it has the solar panels up there. That's really good. Do you
right, and
think
then
can you go into Chat GPT? I haven't tried this because I know I use others.
this is ChatGPT.
I understand that, but could you go in there without a bot and get it to create an image?
Yes.
Go open another panel. I just want to show people this because I think it's important.
But is it you want this same image or do you want
No,
something
I don't
similar?
care what the image is. Just tell them what you want. I like that. I like that one. You know what I would do with this one, Alex? Hey, send me that picture because what I would do with this is add a plug to it plugged into the sun for free electricity. That's a pretty good photo. So let's go into a new Chat GPT without a bot and ask it to create an image of like it's solar panels on a roof.
Well, it'll give me that 100%.
I just want to see it. Can you create
an image with solar panels on a roof?
Okay, so we're gonna do that one. Let's see what it does. Then ask it to have a plug to the sun. Can you add a plug after it's done creating it, right?
Well, it's definitely better to add all those details in the very beginning. You know what I mean? Because like if you tell it,
I'm just showing them. Like, look what just happened. All he did was go into ChatGPT and say, "Can you draw me an image?" And look what happens. Can you take the above image and add a plug where it's plugged into the sun? Can you take the above image and add a plug that plugs into the sun? So something like, let's see if it adds the sun without giving it even more information. It's creating the image. I mean, this is crazy how good this stuff works, isn't it, Alex?
I love it. I
do. So, dude, that's why we're in this, because it's this really, man, we're showing you guys some really good nuggets. If you're not used to doing this, you might want images for your own. Well, that's kind of good.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's still the same thing. It's not bad. Yeah, it's creative.
A little bit. I like that. I would make it like, I get it, man. There's the sun. It's plugged into the sun. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
It is. So let me see if let's see what Midjourney would make.
Yeah, try Midjourney. Midjourney is where we get like a lot of photos made for us in Midjourney because it's made for that. But I'm really impressed that we can do it there also. So now you're you're going to Midjourney, right? You're in there.
I'm using the same thing. Oh, you know, can you what was the first thing that we said? Create an image with solar panels on the roof.
But right? have it do something plugged into. And
can you make it so that the solar panels are
plugged into the sun?
Plugged into the sun.
That's awesome. Grab that. Let's see. Midjourney is just another AI tool. That's all it is.
Exactly. Imagine. Hold on. Let me start over. Imagine this. So I'm gonna put it regular, and then I'm gonna put it with like V6. Well, let's just do V6.
What is V6?
V6 is the latest version of Midjourney. It's not, you know, it's not necessarily the default, but if you know that how to put the code, you could typically get something a little bit better, a little bit more realistic. Like for example, I put this one. I wanted a hyper realistic image of Will Smith working at a convenience store.
Oh, because he slapped the dude and now he can't act anymore. He's got to work at McDonald's.
He could act. He's just not doing it at the moment.
I know.
Here's remember the show
Beatdown though. There was a beatdown, dude.
I guess. Remember that show Friends? Remember that show Friends?
Oh yeah, Friends, yes.
Okay, so remember they had the, you know, Phoebe used to be at the, you know, at the Central Perk and always play her guitar, and she had the smelly cat. So I put, this is Central Perk with smelly cats.
That's awesome.
That's what they did there. So let's see what's happening here. So it's still building the image.
It's still trying.
Let's see. So I don't think it gave me the plug, but he gave me
No.
some super cool images. Like this is a really nice image here at the
I
top.
like that, dude.
These are more realistic. I like this one as well. This one's nice. Right. This one.
That's a really good one. You know, yeah.
That's a nice picture. I mean, it's trippy over here because you see how it kind of bleeds, but that could be fixed. And I also really like this one. This one's really nice. I don't know why there's plants on the top of this. There's no tree above it. So unless that's poop.
Well, the wind was blowing. The wind was blowing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
AI. I thought ChatGPT did a great job. It's a little cartoonish. I guess you can tell it, make it look realistic, right?
Can
you put the same thing in? Can you make it so it looks realistic?
Well, based on context, it already kind of knows, right? So let's see what it gives us.
Yeah,
because it already knows we're making houses. It already knows about the plug, you know.
I mean, I like the picture. I can use stuff like that. I would absolutely use it, right? Well, that's not realistic, but hey,
no.
But it's kind of.
I love it though. It's a cool look because it's different. But like, think about it. It's like, you know, if you're running an ad and you know all the crazy stuff that's on the internet right now, like plug into the sun. You know what I mean? Like it's a good campaign.
Yeah.
And it's a good kind of image that you could use. Let's say that I'm gonna hit regenerate to kind of see, you know, because remember, like I said, yeah, when you hit regenerate, what happens, right? You're telling it that it messed up.
Yes.
Right. So let's see if it does something a little bit better.
Come on.
I should have saved that image though. I didn't save it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
This doesn't look bad.
You know? I like that.
Oh,
that's
cool.
like the Earth, right? That doesn't like. What are you plugged into the Earth?
Well, I mean, remember we were talking about sustainability and all that stuff. So
I mean, it's kind of a cool picture.
Yeah.
And that plug is going. Everybody knows the plug's going to the sky where the sun is, right? We're plugging into the sun, and there's the Earth with all the sunshine coming in. I would have never thought about doing a photo like that, but I really like that photo. It's a cool photo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool.
It's like, you know, you're saving the Earth by going solar, you know? So
that's right.
It's a play on words and a play on imagery. That's what I like about AI the most. It's like when you look at it from that perspective, like, you know, somebody will look at this and be like, that doesn't make any sense. What makes sense anymore? I mean, if you truly think about it, like, what's it called? Hold on, let me go here. If you truly think about it, that's exactly what Old Spice did. You know, the guy riding on the horse, you know, or who what's that other one? That they were fighting Sasquatch, or they're running through like warehouses. Like there's a bunch of crazy things out there, but what is it for? It's for attention.
Yeah.
Right. So something like this, where you're like, this is a weird picture, but like it could get somebody's attention, and it might be the person that's
marketing in the 20th century, 21st century, whenever that was a guy that did the razor blade commercial. It was so good. It was One Day
Dollar Shave Club. Dollar Shave Club. Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club. Best marketing I've ever seen. And the guy sold that company for like $1 billion from that one commercial where, you know, it was so ingenious, you know, because he's talking about his pop that had polio. He didn't need a 6-blade razor. It is so good. It was such a great advertising. You know, I've done some crazy stuff too in the past, right? When I was in the hospital getting a picture of me all hooked up to all this stuff where we thought I was dying like 14 years ago. And I used it. Joe is dying to work with you, right? And so it was me on the.
I saw it. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, but I got a lot of work from it. I got a lot of plumbers that started feeding me water damage jobs, right? Because of it, because it was so out of the box.
Was it because they thought you were dying, Joe?
Well, I think
a little bit of both.
They were hoping.
Yeah.
But it was a successful campaign. I don't know that would work today, but it worked 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, this is a lot of fun. We got 6 more minutes, right? We can talk about this. I mean, it's a lot of fun because all AI is fun. You play with it. It's not like you got to know all this stuff. All
Well, I mean,
AI
that's the point. That's the point, in my opinion, of the
Yep.
GPTs, right? Like getting a tool like this or having a tool like this made for you specifically, which I do, by the way. I make custom bots for people.
Yes.
You know, and realistically, I could tailor it to anything that they need. I could tailor it to a step-by-step process where, similar to the bot I showed, all you do is hit next step, or you
Yep.
reiterate, or you change the instructions, or you provide guidance and guidelines. And basically this bot knows everything that you need it to know. So if you give it to a potential person and that person's like, well, how do I fill out this form? The bot is meant to help you step by step and hold your hand the entire way. So that's, you
So
know,
think of it this
that's where
way.
it's at, man. That's where it's at.
That's right. Think of it this way. I have that new solar client in Montana, right? And we're killing it for him. He's getting like 20 leads a week, man. We're killing. And even during New Year's Day, he got like 4 leads on all that. But anyway, his writer is an electrical engineer. And they studied solar in school, in college, right? As an electrical engineer, you study solar. So he knew more than my client did. And he wrote that blog post. And of course, I showed everybody where, you know, the client was so excited, it was unbelievable. So think of a bot as like an electrical engineer writing a blog post for a solar company. They went to 4 years of college. They got all this knowledge. So all all a bot is you're feeding it knowledge. And you're telling it,
well, it's pre-programmed knowledge,
pre-programmed knowledge. Same
the
thing.
way for example, like, yeah, you could feed it a PDF, but let's say if your PDF has a lot of stuff that's irrelevant, you're kind of wasting the bot's time.
Yes.
But if you kind of like make sure that the naming of your files and all that stuff is like on point and like concise, then when it goes to read the archives of all that knowledge, like it will find it quicker and it'll actually parse the data a lot faster. So it's really good, man. It's really good.
I know it is.
I love this stuff, and that's the thing, right? A lot of people are playing with it, and a lot of people, you know, they're just trying to make sure that they get a good product, but just keep playing with it. Just keep experimenting. Find avenues where, you know, either for your business or for yourself as a freelancer, could use these tools to elevate your business and elevate your 2024. Because remember, we are talking about 2024, Joe. Remember,
I know.
time to rock 2024 with AI tips
You know
from
what?
the underground.
Like, there people that are not adapting to AI are going to be out of business if it's part of their business. Like for an agency like both of us own, right? If we weren't involved in AI, we'd be pretty much almost out of business, because it's moving so rapidly. You can create so much product for your clients that the people that aren't doing it cannot even compete at all. Like there's no way monetarily they can't do it with the amount, because they're going to put days into writing their stuff. We're going to put mere hours into it, and it's going to be a better product. So it's less money for your team.
I mean, think about it, Joe. We've been talking about the solar, right?
Yep.
Not only did I create an article that's probably over 2,000 words, gave you all the SEO elements, right? Created a Google My Business profile, created all the services, all the pages
in less than an hour.
Four posts and at least 4 images about solar.
In less than an hour.
Less than an hour.
Playing around. Now imagine what happens when you're focused and you're not like just you don't have me talking over 4 hours.
The difference is that it's not really playing around, right? Because of the GPTs already pre-programmed.
That's right.
Get it? But like if you're talking about regular ChatGPT, can you still do the same thing? 100%. 100%. It's just going to take you a lot longer, and you're going to have to like take your time and make sure it gives you exactly what you want. But since these are pre-programmed, it makes your life so much easier.
That's
you just have to use it.
Bots are awesome. I'm going to start building some bots too, Alex. I've been playing around a little bit. I've been looking at it, and all it is information. How you want it to, it's a script. So when I get on stage, we all know I'm going to need a script, because without a script, and I don't read a script word for word, by the way, I'm going to have prompts. There's that prompt word. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Otherwise, you know, I can talk about one keyword
Gerbils.
for an hour. Gerbils, yeah, whatever. Is that what you said?
Yeah, gerbils.
Yeah. Well, you live in Texas, don't you? You're deep into Texas.
You know what I keep seeing, and I know we're already done, but you know what I keep seeing everywhere? Squirrels. What? Squirrels are everywhere now this time of year. Like they're literally like, and I fear the squirrel, Joe. Fear the squirrel, because when I get into my car and they're in the tree, they are staring at me and they don't look friendly.
Well, I'm the squirrel whisperer. You probably didn't know this about me, and I've been whispering to the squirrels to take everybody out, because what I'm trying to do is take out all the other agencies in the world, and I'm the only one left. So I didn't want to really give you my overall plan. I mean, that's my plan. You know, I had the same plan with retirement, right? I was going to win the lottery, then I can retire. Well, you know, that plan is still ongoing, of course. I have not won the lottery. Look, I'm never retiring because I love what I do. When you own your own business, it's not like a job. People, like, I have a lot of my friends are retired. I'm 66, right? A lot of them are retired. They're wondering, like, why are you working? I'm like, well, I'm not working. I'm having fun. I'm talking. Yeah. I'm not.
It's just as stressful as a regular job, but it's still fun. I'll tell you that much.
Well, for me, I don't.
Well, you got a lot of people doing work, so it's a little.
Well,
bit different.
They do all the work for me. I'm lazy. There's no like, you know, I'm lazy, so I got people that do stuff. Dude, my lawn with a push mower would take 10 minutes to mow, and I still hire somebody.
Me too.
Because that's good. See, we're lazy.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I would rather somebody do something that's time consuming than me do it myself. Right. Creating these bots was just a means to an end, in the sense that I'm able to create more efficiency for my teams. That's what my goal with these were.
We're over our time. It's 12:02. We thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions, just comment. Just leave a comment and let us know what you need from us. Do we need to be a little more detailed? What do we need to do to help you more? Because our job is to help you start using how to understand it, AI, right? Like, everybody needs to be using AI, since there's no way around it. It's not going away. Like, if you hate it, I'm sorry, but you know, you're gonna lose.
It's here. It's here. Yeah, it's here to stay.
Right. Anyway, all right. So look, Alex even has a picture of some AI robot thing in the back.
Yeah.
I'm more of a rhinestone cowboy myself, Alex. So
I made this sweater so I can match my wall.
Yeah. Well, I made nothing.
Well.
All right. Anyway, it was fun. See you all later. Thank you so much. We're gonna end this, folks, and we'll be back next Wednesday. But I'll be back like daily doing things, and Alex will probably be in there doing some stuff also. We just want to give a lot of value on this channel. We want to help you get used to using AI. We're here to help. That's it. And if you're an underdog, come and reach out to us. If you're not an underdog, reach out to us, man. Because we need to figure out what you're doing to beat our people so we can push you down. Reach out. No, I'm kidding. I work with some big companies also, right? But I love the underdog. I love people that you know, they can't compete with the big dogs. So somebody needs to help them, and that's what my team does. Later.
Peace
Out. And we are ending this